Hello everybody, I'm Richard Gon of Work to Live podcast version. So this time, what I'd like to talk about is studying while listening to podcast fine, or is it fine to study? Is it fine to study and listen to podcast simultaneously? Which is what about which I'd like to tell you stories. So conclusion is that's not so fine because when studying you should occupy your own brain with one thing because when studying I recommend you are using all the parts of brains. So of course it of course you may say that it's impossible to use 100% parts of brains because most parts of human brains are not used, which is what people and which is what scientists say. But actually, so what I'm telling you is not stuff like that. But what I'm telling you is a concentration or focus. So you should take up. So what I'm telling you, or what I'm recommending is to take up all the focus or all the concentrations you pay for studying. So, for example, so some people listen to music while studying something, but actually, so that is not so recommendable. So when studying, you should concentrate on studying itself without listening to music or without listening to podcast. So but actually, so some people listen to podcast while doing something. So if you if the if the action if the action or if the act you do along with listening to podcast doesn't need thinking process. Or if you, for example, so if you if you drive while listening to podcast, for example, if you do such a thing, so if you do not cause any severe accident, or if you do not cause any accident, so that is fine. So what matters, for example, in the case of driving cars, for example, so what matters is to drive safely without harming others, and without getting harmed by others. So but if podcast in the if podcast impedes, or if podcast gets on the way of safe driving, so I don't recommend you are listening to podcast. If podcast if podcast if podcast goes, or if listening to podcast goes against the safety of driving. And so but actually, so if you listen to podcast, for example, if you do listen to music, or if you listen to podcast while commuting to your workplace, for example, and for example, so if you listen to podcast while watching outside through the window, or through the windows of trains, for example, so in such a situation, so you can I think it's fine because there's nothing to do. There's nothing to do except for watching outside inside the train. In such a situation, I recommend you are listening to music or listening to podcast for studying something. So but some people use podcast for studying foreign languages, and some in this. So maybe this is a case of people who are non-native speakers of English language, but some non-native speakers of English language use podcast for studying English language. So studying podcast is it's good for studying something. So so I think this is, so most listeners of my podcast are native speakers of English language. So so if you want to study foreign language using podcast, that is fine. So if you want to study something else, or something other than foreign languages, it is also fine. But so if you do if you listen to podcast, or if you listen to music, and so and if you have something to do simultaneously, and I recommend it. So if the action you need to do require your full concentration, or require if the actions you have to do require your perfect focus or perfect concentration, so you should focus on that action. So in such a case, listening to podcast is a secondary one, which is why if you have something to do, or if you have some actions or some acts or works to do, so and if such works or if such actions and if such acts require require your require your thinking about themselves by 100%. So I don't recommend you listening to I don't recommend you I don't recommend you listening to podcast or no music along with along with doing those works and actions, which is what I'd like you to do this time. So that's it. Thank you very much for your listening, and please enjoy my podcast. If you like my podcast, that's it. Thank you very much for your listening. See you.